This week in Army history. Following Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, President Franklin Roosevelt insisted on a retaliatory attack on the Japanese homeland. With much of the Pacific Fleet sunk or severely damaged, offensive options were greatly limited. A new strategy was conceived using aircraft carriers to transport land-based bombers to within striking distance of Japan. The planned raid called for the Navy to deliver the bombers to a point about 400 miles from the Japanese mainland, leaving the aircraft with sufficient fuel to land in friendly airfields in China. Army Air Forces Commanding General Hap Arnold selected Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle to organize and lead the mission. On April 18th, at approximately 600 miles out, the Americans encountered Japanese picket boats who radioed of the impending attack. Fearing a Japanese submarine attack upon his ships, Admiral Halsey flashed the following message.
"Launch planes! To Colonel Doolittle and gallant command! Good luck and God bless you!"
The air crews launched, knowing they were carrying insufficient fuel to reach the Chinese airfields. Encountering surprisingly little resistance over Tokyo, a string of 13 American bombers attacked military and industrial targets, inflicting minor damage before winging off toward China. One by one, the aircraft ran low on fuel and crews bailed out or crash-landed along the Chinese coast. One aircraft landed safely in Russia, where the crew was interned for over a year. The Japanese captured 8 and soon executed 3. A 4th airman died as a prisoner of war. The heaviest toll was paid by the Chinese civilians living in the area where the raiders landed. Perhaps 250,000 were killed in retaliation. The joint Army-Navy operation achieved limited tactical success, but delivered a much-needed morale boost to the American military and public. The raid was also portent of the massive incendiary and nuclear bombing raids that brought Japan to the peace table in August of 1945. Doolittle expected to be court-martialed for having lost all his aircraft, but instead received the Medal of Honor and was promoted to Brigadier General.